Ooh.
Time to play my favorite game.
Time to play my favorite game, life.
I just got divorced.
I'm paying my alimony. She's taking the kids, and there's a second one. Yeah, no kids. Oh, and I gotta fuck, and I gotta fuck this prostitute and try to get into a relationship with her, and then kill myself once I realized she's still fucking other dudes for money, which she said she was still going to when we got together in the first place. And I said I was okay with it, but really I wasn't.
But now you're okay with it because you won.
Yeah, I won! Yay!
Yeah.
That'd be so sad just to have, like, yeah, kids. No, we don't have electricity, but I found this controller, so you can pretend to play a game with it.
But that's the typical thing when it comes to like the bigger brother, like playing games. Your little brother, I want to play too. You give a controller that's not connected to the.
I've definitely done that before to little cousins, you know.
Hey, it makes sense.
And playing Kingdom Hearts, like, no, you're goofy. See, you're doing,
you're doing good.
Yeah.
And they buy it, because they're dumb little kids. Like, oh, I'm having fun.
Yeah, for a little bit, but then they eventually figure it out. It's like, all right, then you got to just smack them around a little bit.
Yeah, smack them around. Tell them to get out of here. Throw them in the pool and then drown them. Like,
yeah, tell them to do your homework. But it's like, it's summer vacation. It's like, well, to make up some math problems to do.
I'll give you some fucking homework.
What's two fists in your eye?
A good time.
Yeah, for me at least.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was that was the biggest thing whenever I was a kid, that my mom, because back then, at least some people won't admit it, but I remember clearly, like, I had summer breaks that were like 3 months long. I vividly remember that.
Yeah, I think that's just the thing, like schools, or at least I think in our school district, I kind of remember this happening where it's, or maybe it's just schools in general, because they had the 3 month break, yeah, but then they shortened it to either like 2 months or 2.5 months, and then you got like an extra week at Thanksgiving and like, or no, an extra week at Christmas,
Yeah,
and like a week at New Year's. Like the spring break was like a week longer. The time just got moved somewhere else, but it feels shitty because it's still, it's still like 2 months off. But once you get into high school and shit like that, it's why you still gotta read during the summer and do summer shit, which honestly isn't that bad. You can get it done like fucking like a few days, like a week at most. But you're on summer vacation, you don't want to fucking
you don't want to do anything. You're trying to have fun.
So you pushed off like the fucking like last 2 weeks. You're like, oh fuck, I gotta start reading Fahrenheit 451 and annotating this piece of shit.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. At least when I was younger in like elementary school, and we had like 3 months off. My mom was always very, very like, you guys have to read. You have to do something. You can't just be doing nothing all day because you're gonna go back to school dumb and then not know anything. Which, granted, she was kind of right.
Yeah. When you're in elementary school and you're learning fucking basic numbers and shapes, yeah, fucking, you're not keeping anything in. But then at that time, you're not like really learning too complicated shit anyways. It's still just basic.
Well, to some kids.
Yeah, exactly. But that is definitely true. It is good to keep kids, so well-rounded by doing shit, not just playing video games like I was. I read a little bit when I was more as a kid too, so it was something.
Yeah, but you liked reading though. I hated reading. I hated doing anything that I didn't want to do. Even nowadays, if I don't want to do it, like, I don't want to fucking do it. But
even if it's stuff that you should do or that you otherwise sometimes you would enjoy, it's like I don't want to do it like right now in this moment, so it just seems fucking awful.
Like spending time with my kids, my family, taking the dog out for fuck them.
I need my needs met. I got another 3 episodes of Game of Thrones to watch in this season, and that brandy in the cabinet ain't got to drink itself.
Oh, I love me some good brandy.
Oh yeah. Have you watched more Game of Thrones?
I have watched more Game of Thrones.
Where are you at? See what season 2, 3?
No, we're on 5.
Nice. Yeah, because there's only like 8 episodes a season, or like 10.
It's like 10. Yeah, about 10 episodes. It just we left off on a good part in the last season where Tyrion killed his dad on the shitter.
Nice. Yep. Yeah. Fuck you. After it's like you told me that bitch. Tyrion's backstory is so crazy because it's like that fucking girl he's in love with. It's like she wasn't actually a whore, and fucking.
And then she was a whore.
Yeah. Then watching all the guys have to fuck her. That's not great. Yeah, not great.
It's well, hey, when you're when you're born into that life, you ain't got much else to do except that thing between your legs. You might as well live it up and make some money.
Yep, and that's crazy because a lot of people mention this of like analyzing the show and watching it. Like Tywin, Tyrion's dad. He does all of the shit that he shits on other people for. Like he visits whorehouses, maybe like better ones, but he does shit like that. He just keeps it down low and tries to keep it to himself. He's like, if you're doing that, it's a bad waste of time. But he's doing shit like that on the side.
1,000%.
Yeah, he's a big, but he gets it done. He is a big hypocrite, but he gets results.
Not anymore since he's dead.
Yeah, you see, there's that one scene where like the Grand Maester or whatever, he's like the really old dude, but then he's like fucking like the super young chicks, and he's like,
The Grand Maester,
Yeah.
where at Castle Black?
No, in
Oh, oh, oh,
King's Landing.
yeah, yeah. He pretends to be a
Yeah,
whole.
but then there's part where he's like, oh, he's like doing stretches and shit.
Yeah, he's like, it's gonna be
yeah,
fucking great.
and then he's like fucking like young chicks and shit. It's great. When I first saw, it, I was like, what? You piece of shit,
You liar!
you liar.
Hey,
Yeah.
you gotta keep up appearance. But that's the thing about Game of Thrones. Everybody's a fucking liar in here. Most people are.
Yep. And also, yeah, you know that. Yeah, Joffrey's dead. He died.
Joffrey's dead.
Yep.
Arya's she's at that one place trying to learn to be an assassin.
Yeah, the faceless men.
I haven't. I'm still in the very beginning of that of her. I barely only watched like. It's been a minute since it's been a little busy. I've only watched like maybe 1 or 2 episodes of the season 5. So.
Oysters, clams, and cockles.
Huh. No, it's a
Stupid.
really. I was actually genuinely surprised. I've always heard about it being a good show, but when I actually started watching it, I'm in it deep now, and I'm very. I will not watch the last season. I won't watch it. Anything that's past the books, I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, exactly. That's
It's
kind of yeah.
bad.
I think I finished season 6, and then that time I caught up with it, and then I was waiting for season 7. But then when it came out, I just didn't find time to watch it. So yeah, I watched it perfectly. I didn't have to watch those last 2 seasons.
Oh, the last 2 are bad.
I
I thought it
know
was
that-
the last one that was
I know
bad.
it's definitely the last one. It's might not be bad necessarily, but yeah, it's definitely not what a lot of people wanted. And then people say like coming back to it, they it's not as bad, but you know, it's still definitely some stuff wrong with it, and a lot of people, a lot of shit that just doesn't make sense. Like, oh, how'd these thousands of ships just appear out of nowhere? Where'd they get the wood to build them? It's like, oh, these soldiers, oh, they turn invisible and they came from nowhere. It's like a lot of inconsistencies and like big plot holes that don't make sense.
Ew, that
Yeah.
sounds gross.
Yeah, and just saying numbers because and then in actuality, it's like, well, how are these people being moved? Like, what is There's no consistency or logic to it. It's just D&D being stupid.
Well, at that point, when it gets to it's a lot of things, I think, because it comes to like the obviously since the books were already written, so they had the writers of the show, they have the material to go back to look at. But when it's done, when that material is over with, and then they're stressed out too, like we have to come up with something to make it, and they have to meet certain quotas themselves
yeah,
too.
definitely.
It's a lot of things that can make a great show amazing to really bad.
Yeah. But I think they even talked to George R. R. Martin. I think he even told them not exactly what happened, but I think gave them some sort of a guideline where like people were going and what was kind of happening, but they still kind of fumbled it big.
Wow. So they had help from George R. The man himself, and they still couldn't get it right.
It happens. It certainly happens to the best of them, even and the worst, but definitely to the worst too.
You know, there's a game of Game of Thrones.
There's a couple.
There's a couple. There's a couple phone games, and then
Yeah.
there's there was this most recent game that they made of Game of Thrones, like an RPG kind of thing they
Yeah,
were
I
trying to
think
do with it.
Kind of remember that. Yeah, it came out
It
recently.
it's not that good.
Yeah,
Apparently. It's
yeah,
like,
probably. Yeah, I can imagine it not being that great.
yeah. But I mean, I think it would be kind of fun playing Ned Stark a little bit. You know, having fun, just.
Maybe, or I think you're just some random guy. You're just a random, yeah. You're like
You're just involved in the story as
yeah,
it
and you go through and you
unfolds.
probably like become like a knight or something to someone. But yeah, it's I don't know exactly. But yeah, I don't think you're playing as any of the main people.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, that makes it even shittier though.
Yeah. But you can play the Telltale game of Game of Thrones. That was one of the last good Telltale games, apparently.
They made a Telltale game for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Decisions where, oh man, that sounds fun.
Yeah, but it's like it's kind of adjacent to the main story. You're in like this family. I forget what they're called, but they're like the family that like grows like the ironwood trees. It's where they make the real good like wood out of, and it's like you're like their family, and then it's like dealing with Roose Bolton and Ramsay Bolton. You're in kind of that area.
Oh,
And
God.
I think it's kind of takes place around like season 5-ish, 2 maybe. Kind of. I think that's when it came out, like somewhere between like 3 and 5 in that area. But apparently it's a really good game. It's really good. Of course, it's got the Telltale decision making, but it's got the Game of Thrones stakes and drama behind it. It's like, well, is your sister gonna die or your brother? It's like that kind of types of decisions, like really, and if you make one decision, it's like, oh, way later, it's like, oh, well, you did that, so now Ramsay Bolton's gonna fuck your mom or whatever, and it's
That's what I miss about. That's what I miss about when it comes. I wish that studio was still around because I love the Walking Dead games, and I played the Batman one too. Like the Batman one was pretty fucking sick.
the Wolf Among Us. No, Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, Wolf Among Us.
Was that what it was called?
It's not Wolfenstein. That's a different thing.
No, but it was but the Telltale, the fairy tale one.
I'm sure it was Wolf
what's it
Among
called?
Us.
Wolf?
Because there are 2 of them.
Yeah,
There are 2 games.
I don't know. It's I might be mixing two names of Dan's. But yeah, the fairy tale one was really good. The first one, at least. I don't know about the second one, but people, because the first one was really good, so people really wanted it. So I hope it was good. But yeah, it was a problem after It was all like the first couple were good. Like the Walking Dead season 1 was good. Season 2 was all right, but then started to trail off. And then the Borderlands one was good. The first, the Fairy Tale one was good. Batman was good, and then they started doing a lot of other ones. It was
I thought
just
people hated the Borderlands one. I
no,
played it for a little bit. I was just
the
like,
first one was cool, and then another one came out. Exactly, so they made the second one more. It was like
oh.
more tales, like and then that one people didn't like as much, and
Mm.
yeah, not as great. Because it's like a lot of companies. They start out with a passion or a vision or a dream, and that's kind of what I think the Walking Dead game was. Because that one was really like impactful and emotional, and really made you feel some type of way. And the second one's like, oh, now you're Clementine. It's like, okay, we're going, but then like the third one, it's like, oh, now it's just fucking
The first two are great. I think the first, like season one, where Clementine's little and then
yeah. And
she
you're
has
Lee,
Lee, and
yeah,
the second one where she's a
fantastic.
little older, that one's really good too. But the third one where she's like, because the third one is so weird because you don't play her anymore, but you do meet her in the game as like
Okay,
and it's like the mechanic. It looks beautiful again. Don't get me wrong, but the
yeah,
mechanics, and then there's like these other factions. It's like some guy who runs this faction, like he's sleeping with this character's wife now because they thought he was dead, and like,
nice,
oh, I'm back, but I'm not dead, and then
yeah.
it's
And
so
then
fun.
then it gets to a point I think in a lot of in the later games, a lot of problems people had where the choices didn't matter. Like you'd make choices, but like the overall story like wouldn't change. It'd be like minor dialogue things. It's like, well, it's not as impactful
Yeah, it's
as one because
boring.
like in Walking Dead 1, your decisions really matter. Like characters like would either would die either in like in like the first episode or they could stay until the end. It's like really matter. I think the decisions made less and less impact on the story as the games went on. And also, I don't know if it was in the second or third Walking Dead. But there's a scene or a part where a lot of people hated. It's kind of fucking stupid where you're Clementine and you're shooting at zombies and there's like a whole fucking bunch of them. And then it's you have like your little bullet counter. Like you have like 6 bullets. You shoot the bullets. It's like, oh, well, I'm out of bullets now. But there's all still these zombies coming. It's like, okay, well, I can't reload. I have more bullets. I can't move. So what do? You're just standing there, and then you eventually die because you don't do anything. But what the game wants you to do is it wants you to shoot all the enemies, run out of bullets, and just keep dry firing nothing. Because it's like, oh, you're panicking. You're like, and then in the movie, it's
Oh,
like,
okay.
but if you're playing a game, it's like, oh, I have no bullets. Why would I keep clicking when I know there's no ammo?
Yeah,
But
that makes
but the
sense.
game wants you to do. You got to click. I think like three times with no bullets. Like click, 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 and then the cutscene will play.
Mm.
That's what a lot of people.
I don't remember that.
It was in the second or third one. It's like it's only one part where it happens.
It's probably in the
And if
third
you're
game
like
because
mad, because like it's like that's a lock on. You can't just shoot anywhere. It's like you move the cursor over the zombie head, and then the thing appears, and that's the only time you can shoot. So it's not like really aiming. And even if there is, you're probably just clicking anyway. So just figure people are gonna mash. But if you're playing a zombie or survival horror game, you're gonna want to conserve ammo, right?
which makes sense to me.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and then you're not gonna. And then, like I said, knowing you have no bullets, why would you continue to shoot knowing you have nothing? It doesn't make sense from a gameplay perspective. But the people who made it like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah.
Now those are two games that I definitely would like to play on the channel at some point. Why the Walking Dead season 1 and 2, not the third one. Fuck
Yeah,
the
yeah,
third
yeah.
one, but wow, that would be so much fun.
They are pretty fun games.
It's intense. Everyone knows the story, and if you don't at this point, get on board.
Yeah, but it's still very good. It's still like if you cry every time when you get to like the end of season 1, you're always gonna cry.
I tear up thinking about it
Yeah,
sometimes. It's
it's
like,
fucked up.
damn.
Yep. When I first saw that, like the first one, a couple years, I would do the same. Now I'm a little bit older, a little bit bolder, a little bit
So you
wiser.
cry in private.
Yeah, I make sure I go to my quiet space and cuddle up real tight so I can just let my tears fall down my cheeks right into my clothes and soak in. So hopefully no one can see the wet streaks in my face later.
Well, right, because you don't want your family to see you cry, because then that makes you weak.
Yeah, and they'll call me a pussy and they'll beat me out like a gang.
Your daughter, your
Yeah,
4-year-old daughter, she'll beat
yeah,
you
yeah,
out.
yeah. Her, my wife, and then my grandmother. They're kind of from this coalition. I had to get beaten into it. None of them did, but I guess I'm the only man in it. So I got beaten in. And if I don't pay the restitution fee like every couple weeks with that little envelope, they're gonna beat me out, and it's not gonna be fun.
Well, you got to pay.
Yeah,
Life ain't free.
the little one, the girl, she's got a couple knives. I don't really want to see her pull those out because I bought them for her. I thought it was just like she's going through an anime phase, but nope, she's getting real good with them. She can flip that butterfly around like it's no one's fucking business.
You better be careful then when you go to bed tonight.
Yeah, yeah,
Not just for her.
yeah. No, I found thumbtacks in there. I found like
Tic Tacs?
a mini wasp nest. Yeah, I found a lot of fucked up shit in there. A dildo just pointing straight up with a note that said "sit here."
But it was sharp at the end of it.
Yeah, my wife was already in bed sleeping, so I don't know if she put it there or what, but it was something. Something fucked up was going on. But I'm too scared to
What
do
room is
that.
it in?
It's in all of them. I'll be honest.
Like one in each room, or
Or whenever even if I don't tell them I'm planning to sleep in a different room that night, there'll still be something happening whatever room I sleep in. If it's on the couch, they'll be fucking, there'll be a little mouse trapped about the couch. If it's in one of the spare bedrooms, they'll put like a little cockroach in the fucking pillowcase, so it'll come out and go in my ear at night. I don't know how they do it, but they keep doing it. It's fucked up.
so you like living dangerously? That's what you're saying,
I like living in constant pain and sorrow, agony and anxiety.
because it gives you something to look forward to.
Yeah, the inevitable sweet death that'll soon come.
But you like the thought of it.
Yeah, it's the eternal sleep, the big sleep. I didn't sleep too well last night because I was up until midnight playing video games. But the big sleep will come someday.
What were you playing last night?
I was playing. I want to bring this up earlier. We're getting into really games. We're getting into really games. We're big gamers. We've been playing some games recently, so let's talk about that. Last night,
What were you playing?
Yesterday, I was playing Dynasty Warriors 5 Extreme Legends.
Dynasty Warriors 5 Extreme Legends. That was the one PS4, right?
PS2.
PS2.
Yeah, it's right out there.
Oh, I didn't know you had that game.
Yeah, and it's actually Extreme Legends Dynasty Warrior 5 because it's the Dynasty Warrior 5 came out, and then Extreme Legends is like a separate like side story and like side mode. But it's like it's one of those things where if you have like the save data from the original 5, you can put in the Extreme Legends, you do some shit, But
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, it's a fun time. It is one of my favorite. If not, well, I've only played like a couple of Dynasty Warriors games, but this one is fucking great, and in my opinion, one of the best because it has a mode called Destiny Mode.
And what's it about?
I think some of the other games have Destiny mode as well, but none like this. So Destiny mode is a Dynasty Warriors. It's based on like China, whatever Chinese history. It's all these different fucking generals, like the three tribes, and they all have like big giant weapons. They're killing hordes of enemies and doing crazy magical shit.
It's fun.
And usually you play as one of those pre-made generals or whatever doing shit. But in Destiny mode, you get to make your own character. You start off as a private in one of their armies. And you start out, and it's like, oh, we're gonna do this first mission. You're fighting the Yellow Turban Army, which is like the general, like the middle. It's like not one of the main three. It's just like the one they're all fighting. So it's start off basic, and then you go through there, do a couple missions. And you get points to get more abilities and leader tactics and shit, and then eventually you get like promoted and shit. Because like your general be like, "Oh, you did pretty good. I'm gonna promote you to a major," and then you get access to more abilities, and you start controlling like a smaller squad of guys, and then you just try to get better and do more missions to arm and get promoted higher up in the ranks. And then sometimes you can get notes from the enemy factions like, "Hey, that was a crazy last battle. We want you to join us on our side." So you can like switch factions and join the different army.
And then they'll give you like incentives, like we'll give you 5,000 more men if you come
No,
over.
you can just switch.
Oh, well, that's kind of
It's
well. The fuck is the point of switching them?
Well,
if you want to be an asshole,
yeah. If you want to defect, if you want to change the story that way,
So you like
the story,
the story, yeah. So you like being an asshole? That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Or you could say no. It's like, oh, you tore up the note, but then the general he found the torn up note. And he's like, oh, they want you to join them, huh? Well, here's what you're gonna do. You are gonna join them, but then in a couple battles you're gonna defect, and then you're gonna fucking betray them,
nice.
And then that battle you're gonna come back and lead them. And they're gonna take them out. So then you can do that too.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I like that.
Or
the double crossing.
Exactly. Or you could just stay with them. Be like, you know what? You could do that plan, and then you have to select the betrayal later. So if you just don't select the betrayal, you could just eventually be won over. That could be like your head canon. Like, that's what I kind of like doing. Like, I came to this place and now I got this new guy I'm under, but he seems cool. And then it's like, do I break my alliance with him or go back to my old crew? And, it's
now the question I have is, since we're talking about double crossing, can you do the double cross?
No. But there are points where you can do it again though. So it's like you beat the first second group, and you get another load from like the third group, and then you gotta be like, oh, go and join them now. And it's pretty weird. I think you can kind of bounce between all three somehow. Like you can be in your main group one, then you can get the note to betray and go to the second group, and then while you're in the second group, I think you can also note to betray and go to the third group. It's kind of wild.
But when did this game come out?
Like 2005 or 6 or something. It was on the PS2, so.
And you having a good time with it?
It's a very fun time. You can get like new weapons. You start with like either a sword or a spear, like a thing, and depending on how good you do, like your general, he'll be like, "Oh, you did good. Try out this type of weapon." It's like their kind of weapon. It's like gets like stronger, and if you do really good, you can get like better weapons with better
like gloves and stuff.
Yeah, it's like a giant big sword, or like like an axe, like fans, like a big fan does like magic and shit, and like tonfas. It's fun times.
I like big fans.
Yeah,
I'm one of them.
Oh, what are you a big fan of?
I'm a big fan of you see, since we're talking about Dynasty Warriors, I tried to play Dynasty Warriors The one before the newest, not Origins, because Origins is the newest one that's come out, but the one
Yeah, it's
before
like
that,
10 or 11. They're like up
10,
to there or
fucking,
something. Or like
something like.
14. I don't even know how many they have, but there are quite a few.
I tried to play this one that, but when I played it for a bit, it was like real kind of bad. It was like kind of laggy, and like things were like kind of starting like, yeah, people don't. I think it was Dynasty Warrior 6. Now that I think about it, like people don't really like this one that much because of mechanically there's. There was just something wrong with it, and then they never fixed it for some
Damn.
fucking reason. So, but I did play the demo for Dynasty Warrior Origins, and that is pretty fucking fun.
It is a very fun game using the Muso style, where it's like, yeah, one, or like that's the same as Hyrule Warriors. One person against like giant hordes of enemies and doing the giant sweeping attacks that hit like 10 guys at once and shooting fireballs and shit.
It's so fun.
It is fun, but for me personally, I like the building it up. Like that's for some reason that really scratched my autism itch. Like starting as a private in the army, like getting better and like getting
Well, that scratches
promoted.
my itch. I'm like, I'd play that,
Yeah,
but
it's just super fun because it's like head canony because like, playing as like the general guy. It's like, oh, I'm going through this mission, doing whatever. But it doesn't feel as good and like as like knowing it's like, okay, I'm gonna work my way up and get promoted and be like a bigger general. It's a fun time.
and where are you now in the game? Are you almost done with it, or?
It's pretty short. There's only 8 stages per thing, but you can make it last as kind of as long as you want. I don't know why I say it like that, but the stages are kind of long too. Like, it's like some of like half an hour time limit 'cause it's
Jeez.
pretty big maps, But then there's some conditions that say things like beat the stage within 12 minutes to get a bunch of extra bonus upgrade points.
Oh, nice.
And that I was trying to do that during the first couple runs because I beat it twice, which it's always fun to go back to. And I was going for mostly points so I could get more upgrades, which makes sense on a meta narrative, but like in terms of like the game's narrative, you want to prove your excellence. So I think during this playthrough, I'm gonna worry less about those because even though they give a lot of points, I worry more about doing like everything. So like killing tons of enemies, killing tons of officers, taking over tons of bases, figuring out how to get more tactical kills so I can get that like prowess. Instead of getting like the meta, like I said, upgrade points, get like the like the social things and make the generals like me more, so I can maybe get promoted even further.
Oh, yeah, that sounds pretty fun. That now you see, I like it when a game does that because then it's like multiple things that you have to keep reminding yourself, like, oh, I have to do this, and that. Because it also just feels a little more rewarding too when you're done with it. You're like, yeah, I did
Yeah.
everything.
It's like, yeah, I fucking took all those bases. Like, yeah, now it's like, oh wow, you were fucking crazy in that battle. Here, I'm gonna promote you to a lieutenant general or lieutenant sergeant or some shit. That's as far as I've gotten the farthest rank. I want to see if I can get like what the highest rank is. I want to try to be like the best fucking soldier there is. Because at the end too, it gives you like a little recap. It's like, oh fucking yeah, this bitch, date of birth and death unknown, but you started in this clan and through your military prowess, you did this, and your biggest feat was at this battle where you killed like 250 guys. It tells you what like your best thing
Oh,
is,
that's
and
cool.
it gives you like a name ranking too. Because in the past year, I did that thing where, like I said, I went to the other team's side and I betrayed them. I did it again, and it's like, oh, since you were like a master of ambushes throughout your military career, so you were given the name of the Hidden Blade.
Oh, the hidden blade. That's pretty
Yeah,
sick.
it makes you feel cool. It's like because it gives you like a history. Like, yeah, you did
Like,
all
yeah,
these.
I'm the hidden blade.
Yeah, I'm the Hidden Blade, bitch. I did all those ambushes. It's a
That's
fun time.
fun.
But there's one shitty part that I kind of it makes sense though. But like there's like some kill stealing. It's like when you kill like an enemy general, whatever. Be like, oh, I've killed an enemy officer. But even if you do all the damage, if one other guy gets the last hit, they kill them. So,
Ah.
and it's like if you killed like the guys surrounding areas, and it's like it's surrounding like small guys, it's just him. It's just you beating the fuck out of him. But you can have your general too, also hitting him. And if your general is doing his big attacks and swings, he might take your kill. It's like, oh man, you don't get like the full credit for it. So it makes me feel lesser than because it's like, oh, you fucking bitch, I want people to like me more because I did say I killed him. It's fucked up.
But have you ever played any of the other ones?
No.
And
A
you've all
long time ago, I played like 4, 3, or one of the spin-offs or something a long time ago. But yeah, it wasn't. It might have even been this one because I kind of remember they all kind of have the same like visual style. I think those early PS2 ones. So it could have been any of them. But
no, I gotta check
yeah,
this game out. This sounds pretty fun.
yeah, it's a fun time.
I've been playing some games lately myself.
Yeah,
I've been going back to replay the original, not the original. I guess it is the original, but the first Dragon's Dogma,
yeah, Dark
Dark Arisen.
Arisen. Yeah,
It's pretty fun. I was telling you earlier, I chose a fighter vocation.
yes, the
I'm
Fighter Man.
level 23 right now. I'm
Yeah.
rank 6 on my vocation, so it's pretty great. Honestly, I hate the only thing I don't like about this class in this game so far is that I'm ranked 6 in here, and I've had a few moves unlocked, but the only useful move that I've been using is that stinger. It's I think it's called quick blitz or fast blitz or something like that. But because I have other moves too, I have the stinger. I have this thing called hindsight sweep, where if like an enemy hits me, I can use it as a counter, and then I back up and then slash into them again. But honestly, the only useful move I think for that class is the stinger.
The stinger, it's like classic
So
Devil May
far,
Cry. Just
so far.
getting close to an enemy. No, the high time though. There's one. Yeah, you hit him up in the air. And you like slash, slash. That one's pretty good.
But I don't think I get that till later
Oh,
though.
okay.
I don't know. Maybe I've missed it. Maybe I got to go back and read those skills. But because all I've really done use so far is just that stinger.
Is the fighter the two-hander? Do you have the shield
I
too?
have the shield too.
So that's
So
something when you put the shield behind you, fucking from behind the shield. That's another pretty good move. To, like get some good quick hits.
I like it because the shield because it gives you that the perfect defense.
Oh
So
yeah, you get a nice parry or block in there. Yeah, it's good times.
yeah, I got an augment on my right now when making parry riposte stances a lot easier. So
Nice,
that's always
nice.
fun too. It's pretty good. I got obviously you go in teams of 4 in that game. I got me as the fighter. My main pawn is an archer right now, and then I got I told Nick this already, so it's not as impressive to him. But if someone's listening, my runes carried over from my last game into this one, so I was able to hire like some 2 level 45 sorcerers right off the bat. So it's been pretty great. Still, even though I have that game on the easiest setting,
Oh jeez.
pretty hard because there's only two settings. There's easy and there's normal.
Oh okay. Well,
So I put it on easy because I want to have a good time. I don't want to stress about it too much. But even then, I think I get my ass kicked at some points because this game is not fair at sometimes.
yeah. If you get overwhelmed by a lot of enemies, or if you're over encumbered and moving slow as shit, and your stamina's not recovering, or
Or if
you
you're
just get
fighting,
fucked.
or yeah, if you get fucked, like you fight an ogre or something on top of like a little cliff,
Oh,
and then
you
you just
fucking
miss one, you slightly get nicked by his club, so then he flings you off the cliff,
Yep.
and your flayless body, your lifeless body just flowing, and then dead.
Terrible.
But it's fun though.
It's very fun. Climbing over enemies, all the fun action game mechanics.
Now I know that obviously this game, and then like there's other games that have this similar style, like Monster Hunter and whatever. But what I don't like about Monster Hunter, and I'll be honest with you, I've said it before, I only like Monster Hunter stories because you don't need to play with anyone online to actually get progress done.
Yeah, you
But
don't get to like raid and like multiplayer shit.
that's the thing I don't like when it comes to like these regular monster. Obviously, if you have a group of friends and you're all into it, that's fine. Cause then, but like if you're like me who just likes playing RPGs like by themselves, building characters and having NPCs around you too, but like it's just kind of hard playing Monster Hunter if you're just by yourself. And
Yeah,
obviously, if you play online, some people could come and help you. But then that's the thing too. If they don't want to help, you're like, "Oh, bye," and
yeah,
then they're
it's
just like, "Well, thanks, I
fucking
guess."
assholes. I think
Yeah.
the newest game has like a good single player, like the most
Wilds.
most. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, some of them it's if you got friends, like I said, it makes it quite difficult or boring.
But it's great. The Dark Arisen is fun. Honestly, I've even forgotten how this story went. And then as I'm rewatching and playing, and now I'm just like, oh, this is actually a pretty good
Fun
fucking story.
times. You know, eventually gonna get to the bitter Black Isle where it becomes Dark Souls. Apparently,
I went there just to check it out once, but then I came back right away because it was like, I'm not ready for this.
yeah,
But
it's all super hard bullshit.
I'll take care of that towards the end when I'm a strong boy.
When you're a big old strong man, get all your vocations maxed, all your cross class skills and shit.
Be a beautiful time.
Yeah. I've also been replaying recently, just a little bit, Skyrim. 'Cause
Oh,
I got an idea for a build idea I've had, but then I saw someone on Reddit talking about it, and I thought, you know what, that sounds super fun. So I only just got out of the main. I escaped, the Helgen and got outside the cave, and
oh, so you barely just started.
yeah, but it kind of got fucked up because I think I ran through it too quick, and it's like the markers there to complete the quest, but the other guy never came out, so
Oh, so he's dead.
yeah, so I might just restart, or I don't
No,
know.
you just got to go back in and find him. He's just there.
I thought
They
about
just
that.
walk slowly. Those
Maybe I will.
fuckers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought about doing a survival mode again because it is kind of fun. Like dude's like, oh, my food, my hunger, making it more realistic, but it's also
It's a pain in
disables.
the ass.
Yeah, it disables quick travel and shit, and does make it a little bit more annoying. So I'm going back and forth on that. But the build idea is I've never done a sword and shield style. So what I'm thinking is a shield in left hand and magic in the right hand,
Mhm.
sort of a battle mage style. Because then I can kind of get everything. I'd be like a heavy armor. I'd do the shield. I'd have fucking destruction magic, healing, whatever, alteration, conjuration. So I can conjure the sword. So you do conjure sword and shield, and then the conjure the two handed, conjure the bow.
Oh, that sounds pretty
I can do
fun.
basically everything with that build.
But it's gonna take a lot of time to prepare and get that set up because
Yeah,
you gotta
exactly.
find the tomes, you gotta have the level up the right skills for that, so
Yeah, but then here's the thing: you have the shield. So even though while your magic's recovering, you just stand behind that shield, then just shield bash, and just yeah, get that good recovery going. I can put on some good fucking magic recovery shit and stuff. That shield, block it off, and then have the time to recharge it.
You know what's funny since you're talking about Skyrim? I actually had an itch to replay that too the other day, but this is my problem, and it's not that the game's fantastic, but whenever I replay like Skyrim or anything like that, I always end up going towards doing the same things that I've always done. And
Yeah,
then there are profiles that I've done where like, all right, I'm not gonna do that this time. I'm gonna do this, and I have fun. But then at some point, it's just like, fuck, I really wish I had like this one skill or magic set. Then it would make this part a little easier.
yeah. Then
But
it's like, well, yeah, you want the magic? Well, you go to the college winter hole and do that shit. It's like, yeah, but that's the thing though with
'Cause that's
Skyrim.
annoying fucking too, doing have to go through this whole quest just to get to the college. Of course, you could find the tome if you
Yeah, or just
buy it
buy
or
it. Yeah, then you got
yeah,
to get the
but
money to do it. And how are you gonna make money? Well, maybe go to the thieves guild and do the thieves guild
I'll
shit.
steal some stuff and then,
Yeah, it's that's the problem. The Skyrim's been out for so long, it's you know everything about it. That's what mods are good for to change it up a bit. But even then, we play it on consoles, so we can't get the crazy mods that people have on PC that turn it into like Dark Souls style, where it's like a lock on, you have a dodge roll, and like uppercuts and fucking
oh, what? That's pretty
yeah.
sick.
People have done mods. If you go on like the Skyrim subreddit and just like look at videos, people have it doesn't even look or play like Skyrim anymore. It's
Huh,
fucking insane.
that's fun though.
Yeah,
I
but
bet that's a good time.
it probably is a super fun time. 'Cause, yeah, like I said, it's a completely different game. And people even done mods like I think it's like Ender Shard or something. It's like one of the biggest and one like the first Skyrim, not the first, one of the biggest ones where it's a whole story change. Where you start in a different area, you like wash up on an island, and you go through. It's
Oh, that's
completely
cool.
different, like a whole custom made like world map that's not as big as Skyrim, but still pretty big and shit.
But
It's
still plays like Skyrim, just different story.
yeah, it's weird.
Oh, you see, that's why I gotta get a PC just so I can play like games and mod the shit out of them.
Yeah, they need a good PC
Yeah, you
for
gotta
it.
get a good
At least a halfway
PC.
decent one.
And then you got to put in time and investment money because if you can't buy it all right away, you got to buy piece by piece. Like, oh, my next paycheck, I could buy this part,
Yeah,
and
then
then
you
it
gotta
takes like
figure out how to
months,
put it together and
and
not
that's a
fuck it
pain in
up.
the ass because if you don't put it together right, or you get dirt in it somewhere,
Yeah,
nothing will
exactly.
run right.
Ruin
You're
it. Yeah,
like,
and it
well,
takes like
fuck.
4 hours watching a fucking tutorial. It's like all the shits.
That's just annoying. It's a lot of time and effort that I don't want to
Yeah,
do.
it's probably comparatively you like buy like a really high end PC for like 2,500 like $3,000, or you make your own good if not better one for like still 2,000 or maybe like close to 2 grand depending on the parts and shit.
Yeah, but here's my thing. If I was gonna do a PC, like I don't know if I wouldn't build it myself. I fucking because there's websites where you can find like PC
Yeah,
parts,
custom made
and then you could
ones.
get all the parts, and then you can even have an option like they can build it for you, and then they'll
Yeah, some
send it to
places.
you. But
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, if I was ever gonna get a good PC, I would honestly I would just put in the money just to buy a good one that was already built and stuff already
Yeah.
too. I'm like, I'll take that one. Like, that's pretty good.
Because even then, if you get the hankering, you could fuck with it yourself. If
Yeah, you
you
could probably take parts out and change it
Yeah,
yourself
because it's a lot
too.
easier to then it's take it off the cover and like, oh, where's the RAM thing or fuck whatever, and then find that and do it rather than putting the baseboard and putting it all in together. Like I said, it'll take an hour with a YouTube tutorial instead of 4 hours putting the whole thing together.
I don't know, but PC that's the thing that's been going on for a while too. People are like PC is better. I think everything like PC consoles, whatever you play on, everything has a benefit to it. You know,
Yeah, definitely. It's lot more quality of life shit on consoles because ideally it's made better and under
for the
better circumstances and more quality control for those and you get different like types of deals and fucking bundles like a PlayStation, you get the PlayStation Plus and
you get
Xbox,
free
you get like
games.
Xbox Gold, which Xbox is going through some crazy shit right now.
That's why I canceled my. I had to cancel my Xbox, my Ultimate, because I had it like where the Game Pass and stuff too. But then these fuckos, like I get an email one day like, oh, we're raising the price of it from what it was, and when I so let me back up. But originally, when I subscribed for that a few years ago, it was only $15.
Oh, so like
Steal,
$15 a month.
$15, easy, great
Yeah, it's not
steal.
bad.
And then maybe like 2-ish years ago, they raised it by like $4, which is okay,
All
reasonable,
right, $20 a month for
reasonable.
free games down. Okay, fair enough.
Now when I fucking I canceled the other day because like, oh, we're raising the our price to like $35, and then like they just had to ump the price of it. I'm just like, I'm not paying because one, I love my Xbox and I have some games on there where I have DLC and stuff on it too, but I'm not paying $30 a month if I don't really use it that often. So I'm just
Exactly.
like, well, I had to take the L here, and I'm like, I just at some point when I'm out of debt after moving out and buying all these other things, I will get it back. But at this point, I'm like, I had to cancel a few things. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I have to cancel that subscription. I have to lower this price of that subscription down. It's just
Yeah, save up a bit
save
more.
some money, and that's obviously because we're video game guys. But that's one thing I'm like, I had to cut off because the Switch, I want my online for that. My
Yeah,
PlayStation,
'cause
gotta have
and
my
that's
online
all.
for
Yeah,
that.
Switch is pretty standard. Again, that's what, like $60 for the year.
Yeah, so that's
That's
easy.
not bad. And I think PlayStation raised theirs. It's either like 70 or like 90 now for even like the basic fucking shit, which also kind of sucks. But again, it's a one-time payment. It's like you pay for like the whole year. It's like, oh well, yeah, you get a bunch of other shit. So it's kind
I
of,
should pay for the year, but I do it by the month. I do the
yeah,
premium, which is only $18 a month. So I'm like, ah, that's reasonable. It's not gonna break my wallet,
yeah.
So
It's basically like it's a game. It's like Xbox Game Pass version now. It's but it's there's tiers to it.
yeah, things. Well, like you said, I hear Xbox isn't doing good too right now, which is why they're. I don't know if you heard they're remaking the first Halo game,
Oh yeah, for PlayStation,
and
yeah,
it's gonna
it's
be
on
on like
Sony.
that's how you know they're doing bad, right? Because they had to sell out to other consoles too to
Yep.
like make some money.
And apparently, yeah, they're not even like selling Xbox consoles anymore. Like, there's something with like that. Like, you're not gonna be able to like buy them at like Best Buy and shit. It's, you have to like right like it's like the Microsoft like online store, or something with that.
Well, it's
With
because they don't have the money anymore to manufacture them because
I
of
guess
other
so.
fucking
Yeah,
things.
it's
So
and then I think
so instead of selling them in stores, they're like, you could buy it online. We'll mail it to you.
yeah,
But
I think that when that was first happening, GameStop, like the GameStop Twitter account, or whatever, made a post. So I was like, well, you can fucking still buy them at GameStop, because they got the whole back end shipments of them.
I think it would always been fun if I needed a. I've applied to GameStop so many times and they just never fucking
Nope.
never look at my application. I'm like, what does it got to take to work at Game? Like, I would love that job, obviously, because it's easy. You're in the small store all day, just surrounded by video games
Yep.
and other nerds and shit come into you. My son wanted to buy it, and then you're just like, oh yeah, I could get the whatever.
But
But
apparently, it's a pretty shitty work environment.
yeah, but most work
Corporately
environments are
speaking.
shitty.
But it's also like a sales thing. They want you to like push shit, and it's I've heard some horror stories, but maybe that's like specific, GameStops with like the asshole fucking managers who think they're hot shit, and they just wanted to push fucking sales and the bottom line. But
which is reasonable. It's a business, and I
yeah.
understand
But
that.
ideally,
But
on paper, it seems like, yeah, it'd be a pretty cool thing. So, yeah, you're ideally a chill video game person. Other people coming in are also chill video game people, but now GameStops are. It's like I remember back in the fucking day, all going into GameStop, like, oh, here's the fucking PS2 section and GameCube back when they were so putting out those games and shit. And it's
right.
like, oh, then the Xbox 360, the PS3, those are like the newest spots. I remember, yeah, just looking at the fucking giant wall of PS2 games. Most of it was like NHL and NFL and like bullshit that came out every
Yeah,
year. But you'd find some hidden gems in there and like cool shit sometimes just looking through. It was so fun. But now it's like half the store. It's like video games are 50% or less of the interior of a GameStop because it's fucking Funko Pops and
yeah, like
fucking other figures
clothes,
and like
yeah,
cars, like
Yu-Gi-Oh
Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh
cards.
cards, like fucking like other just bullshit. It doesn't have the integrity of what it once was.
No, because well, like they have to sell other things so they could stay in business too.
Yeah,
So
that's why I fucking love now retro game stores because it's what it used to be. It's like the walls of fucking
it's
everything.
beautiful,
Beautiful.
except when you try to buy a game at a retro store and it's like super fucking expensive. You're like, yeah, but
Yeah,
this
that's the
is the
problem.
original copy,
Yeah,
and
but
then
it's like
you're just
well, it's the only copy we got, so that's why we gotta.
you're like,
It's like, well, fair enough. That's why you gotta think about it. And and that's why I like going. Because my girlfriend does dance shit, and she does like shit in LA sometimes. That's why I like, and she's there for like a few hours, so I'm there. I get to go to like 2 or 3 like different places and like
oh, so nice.
look at shit and be like, oh, it was this price over here. If it's only like $10 more here, I don't want to go back there. Yeah, I guess it's the standard price. We'll get it for that, and just so it's nice to just look around, feel good and cozy, surrounded by the things you love.
Yeah, you gotta find the deals wherever you can with whatever you're interested in, games, sports stuff, drugs,
Yeah,
whatever works.
yeah, whatever back alley you got to find it in. If I can get a copy of Burnout Paradise for PS2 from the shady guy, selling crack behind the alley, I guess I got to go to him.
I never played Burnout.
Ah, they're fun. They're so fucking
I
fun.
played the one on the DS, and I had a fun time playing that one. But
that was on the DS though. So how
yeah, how fun could you really have? But
yeah, but the ones on like the PS2 and like the 3 or like the Xbox so fucking fun because I don't like racing games really because it's like kind of all right, but in Burnout you're racing also destroying cars like ramming into them, making them flip and doing as much chaos as possible.
action.
That was the most fun part. Then there's like the side mode where it's like, all right, you got this truck coming around here, and it's like, oh, you got to score at least $100 million worth of damage. Like, all right, I'm gonna ram up and go right through the side of the fucking thing, and you could like do like maneuver in air and like hit like other cars and like the big old pileups, and
Huh.
it was so fucking fun.
Yeah. What happened to video games nowadays?
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. it's all microtransactions and big high budget. That's another thing I noticed. Like, so a lot of games nowadays are like high budget, like really good looking, but like you don't,
And the story's like ass.
or it's
It's
like you
so
don't like hear,
boring.
like you don't hear about it, or people don't talk about it. It's like Horizon, like when that came out, it's 'cause like really, really good. And apparently it's a good game, but like no, I don't really. It
I
wasn't as
have
much
no interest
big
in it.
press, but yeah, exactly. Like the new one came out, and like that one game, what was it like? It was in like the cover. It's like that woman with like she's like the blue face paint or whatever,
Blue face
and
paint.
it's like an action kind of game. I don't remember, but yeah, just a lot of. It's like yeah, they look good, or like that game by Blooper Team where it's like you're like that chick with like the vagina like helmet thing. The new one that came out. It's like a
What are
horror
you
game.
talking about? Vagina helmet.
Yeah, it's like a helmet, but it's got like a weird like slit on it. It's like a new horror game. Fuck, I'm fucking hate.
You
My
drawing a
brain is
blank?
terrible with names. I'm always
Yeah.
terrible with names. But yeah, it's like a new game. Super Mega played it on like a stream recently. Yeah, if you looked about it, you'd be able to find about it. But yeah, but it's games just looking good, but there's like no soul to them, or it doesn't. You don't hear about it, or
Well, because
it's
that's the thing too with video games. It's all about like how real can we make this look?
yeah, it's fine, But people want like video games, like Destroy All Humans. Like that was a video game ass game. Apparently, there's a remake of that out, which I thought about getting, but yeah, fuck it now. I can just play the original PS2 version.
Yeah, just play the PS. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, but
Wasn't
game.
it free the remake on the PlayStation Store at one point? Destroy All
Uh,
Humans. I kind of remember that.
Shit, I don't know. Maybe it's possible. Yeah, maybe it was like free, like one of the monthly free games. I don't know. That's why I'm glad I don't have a hankering for new games and shit like I used to. Because when you're younger, it's like, oh, I want the
I
new
gotta get the
game.
new one.
Yeah, but it's like I'm like so far behind now. It doesn't matter to me. Like when the PS5 first came out, it's like, oh, there's Elden Ring and like Yakuza 7. It's like, oh, you got it. It's like, oh, no, Armored Core. But now it's like, what? There's Yakuza. There's 7.
Like a dragon.
There's 7. Infinite Wealth. Gaiden. Pirate Yakuza. There's Elden Ring and the DLC for that. And there's like a Persona 5. This and like there's so much shit. It's like, well, I might as well just like stay where I'm at and just keep replaying old shit. Like I don't have a need or like a big desire to play them. I think that's good because like we're saying, it's helps save money to not buy the whole new console and all this shit.
Yeah, but some new games are pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
They're here. Some companies do them right here and there.
Yeah, but in my scenario, you get to the part though where it's I'm looking through this library of shit I have on like my PlayStation 4
Yeah.
home screen. It's like I don't want to play any of these, but but then you go back like I've been doing with the Dynasty Warriors. You think something from the past and you revisit it and get obsessed with it for a few days, and then eventually
And then you get
move
bored
on
of it. You're
again.
like, I'm gonna do something else now.
Yeah.
That's the sad part, isn't it? You move on at some point.
Very true. That's why I feel like when I was younger, I would always like feel bad because you get like toys and shit for like Christmas and you like play them for like a year or whatever, and they're just in your closet. And then I would be like, man, I remember like I got that like 2 Christmases ago, and it was probably like 40 or 50 or 60 bucks, and I don't do anything with it. Man, I feel bad for my parents who had to spend money on that. And I'm an ungrateful piece of shit. I hate myself. And
Yeah, but I mean that's just like with normal. Like
or
your
maybe I was
parents.
gonna say maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me.
No,
I don't know.
I get what you're saying, but like that's with like everything you buy. Like at some point you just like use it for a while and then you just stop using it. Like you get like it's just that feeling of like that exciting feeling like you get something new and it feels good. It's that fucking rush of endorphins you get like oh, and then after a while like your parents at some point like they or your grandma she bought that grill like I love this grill, but then at some point like oh I use it like once every 4 months now.
But
And
but
then,
so but a grill is different. A grill is grilling or whatever. I'm thinking about like certain shit. Like I remember when I got for my 360 a Sonic Riders. Remember Sonic Riders?
nope.
The skateboarding game with Sonic characters. Oh no, I got the Tony Hawk game, and it came with that skateboard like controller thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I got that, and they would have like sensors all around. That was probably like 80 to 120 bucks, right? And there was 2 games I played for it. That Tony Hawk game for like a grand total of maybe like 15 hours, if that, and the Sonic Riders game, which was kind of I played for maybe 2 hours. And then that piece of technology just never got used again. That's what I feel bad about. The shit that didn't even really get a lot of time or use, but just a lot of money spent on it. So it's just garbage.
Yeah, but they
and then-
know, like at the time, it made you happy, and that's what they care about.
Yeah,
They're like,
exactly.
they want to make you happy. So
Yeah, but it just comes down to my anxiety and just feeling like shit about myself. That's a major contributor to it.
everyone has those. Everyone feels that way towards certain things, not just if the people getting them gifts or something their family. It's a multitude of things that people feel that way. Depend just on the things that affect them on the outside. You know, it's not doesn't it isn't anything that like someone buys for you, you buy for someone else. It could be just a regular thing, part of life too. Like I can't think of a good example right now because I'm stupid. But
But no, that makes sense. You know, because you buy someone like a gift or whatever, it's like inherently, it's like oh, if you buy them a book like earrings or like someone, so they're not gonna read that book every year. It's like they're not gonna wear that thing every day. But it's just the thought of giving it to them and you gave them something nice in that moment. That's the only thing that matters, not necessarily what comes after. Unless you're an asshole, because then you'd be like, how come you're not using that thing I gave you? Or like in Sopranos, it's like, huh, Tony, where's the jacket? Huh, the jacket. That's kind of dickish thing to do. Give somebody gifts like, oh, well, I want to see you use it,
or
because
especially
you make it about you instead of them.
or what really pisses me off too is like if you get it's either you get a gift or somebody gives you a gift, you're like "Pff, like this is a cheap piece of shit. Like what am I to you?" And then they're ungrateful. It's like they wanted to be more expensive and lavish. Like motherfucker, what I ain't made the money either. And then you just like because one you feel bad because like if you get a gift you're like what is this cheap piece of shit? I didn't want this, I wanted like the newer version. And then you're just like oh I feel this is awful, I hate it. And then you make that other person feel bad because they didn't get you. Yeah,
Well, again,
but
that's if you're a giant piece of shit. Usually, if you're a normal person, you'd be like, "Oh, thanks," then just throw it out when they're not
yeah, but
looking.
a
But
lot of people are normal.
yeah, if true. But I think, like you said, I think that's where my inherent dislike of getting gifts comes from. Like getting
Yeah,
things
mine
in
too.
general. Like even like on Friday when I was at work, you were like, "Oh, our boss is gonna get lunch for us. He's gonna get Chipotle or whatever." And I'm like, "No, I'm fine. I don't need nothing. I don't." Even though I've literally didn't eat anything at all that day. And it's like, "No, I'm fine." Because I don't want to feel like like someone's doing me a favor or like I owe
Mm,
someone or like I was that's like also it's a part of not wanting to be noticed or it's like I just
yeah,
want to I don't want
I'm
people
just here to hang out.
exactly but then it's like oh well why don't you want it's like oh well fuck can I just say no and you can fucking deal with it. But I think that's what it comes from is being younger and having that anxiety or like feeling like I'm unappreciative of the things I've been given, so I don't want to get things, so I don't have to deal with that burden.
Yeah, I understand because I was like I'm that same way when it comes to certain stuff too. Like I don't like people giving me gifts. Like if it's my birthday, I'll do this for example. I don't want cake. I don't want a fucking gift. I think at most as much as I would want to do is just go out and eat something
Yeah,
and
it's
then
good.
come home.
Yeah,
I'm like, all right, that's good enough
yeah,
for
because
me.
that's
But
still pretty relatively normal. That's still like well,
that's normal, yes. But then, like my brother, for example, like he threw, he had a party,
yeah,
and that's the
yeah.
thing too. I don't mind throwing a party, but like, there's just so much work and other things I don't want to do to go into
Exactly,
it.
and
I'm just like,
especially if you want to do it elaborate, like he wants to, like the throwing a
he
skeleton.
fucking
It's like
likes.
it's like 3, 4, 5 hours of work putting shit up, and it's like yeah, I don't want to. It's
That's
like
too much
at
stuff.
most,
That's
like yeah, what I want to do? At most, go to the store and then just get like chips and cookies and shit. Like order pizza. All right, I'm done now. That's all. That's all I gotta do.
go to a movie maybe, but like
Yeah,
it's something, but like nothing crazy. I'm just like mainly because I think we're just boring people. But it
yeah,
also goes back to my thing. Like my thing is like my parents never had money growing up either. So like when it came to those things, like I remember one time my dad took us to Disneyland. It was the only time he ever took us. He was saving up money for. He's like, I know this is gonna make them happy and whatnot. And then, obviously it was a fun time and it was fun. I remember having a good time too. Obviously it was worth it for all around. But like uh, the more I think about it, like, yeah, as a kid, you care about more about those things, obviously. But now as an adult, I'm like, fuck, why would I want to fucking go to Disneyland? But I know at some point it's all gonna come back around to me. Like, if I ever have kids someday, they're like, I want to go to like Disneyland or like fucking Knott's Berry Farm or whatever, if it's still around like that. Disneyland will be around
oh yeah,
forever. But at that point, I'm like, well, fuck, now I have to do that. It's gonna be even worse when I do because it's gonna be more fucking expensive than when because I remember obviously, because like I said, my dad at the time we didn't have much money, but he saved up to at least buy us tickets to go out and to do it. I remember one time like, oh, I want the whole. I was buying. I wanted to buy. I wanted the goofy hat. I want the
yep,
gloves. And my dad's like, you can only pick one.
yep,
You only pick one. And I'm like, oh fuck. Well, I'll take the gloves, I guess. But
yep.
which is a mistake. I should have got the fucking hat. I should have got the fucking hat because
Always
that's
be like that.
cooler. But
Here's the thing though. You go to Disneyland, you see the people wearing the goofy hat. That's a specific type of person that picks the goofy hat. It's the person that wears the goofy hat is the same type of person that wears the sweater with the gangster Bugs Bunny on it. That's the same type of
it
person.
had the ears. It had like ears on
Exactly.
it
The
too.
fucking the somewhat ne'er do well gets the goofy hat. Well, people get the Don whatever the Mickey, but it's like no. If you're getting the goofy hat, you're a certain type of way. You're a certain type of you either you get in some trouble at school. You do some shady shit. That's at least what I feel Like that's the type
Maybe.
of person that wears the goofy hat.
Maybe more of maybe rambunctious, but I don't know about getting into too much trouble
No,
because
but yeah, definitely the more the more
yeah.
outside the line kids, you know.
But you see, everything that we're talking about is just a cycle. These things
Yeah,
just happen to everybody at some point. You get someone something, they get you something, you go out to do something. It's more, I think, more just for the memory of what you're doing. Because the gifts, well, fuck it, you're gonna die at some point, so gifts don't really matter. But I think
yeah.
it's more just for the memory, you
Yeah, and the
know?
emotion, just like care in the moment. Like, all right, I did something nice for you because I've been thinking about it. Yeah, it's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly contained to the moment itself.
And speaking of moments, I really have to pee, so
Oh, do
let
it.
me come right back.
Oh,
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 sorry,
oh,
I didn't mean to break
oh,
your couch there.
no, they usually connect, but they're not connected. See how fucking move, just like this one here.
Well, perfect. We got. You know what? We'll do your music recommendation. Well, let's
Oh,
just get it done.
well, you know what? Let's do it. Yeah, we've been going for a minute or so. My music. Oh, I'm sitting on my pen. I don't know how I always do this. Whenever I put my pen like here, like on the side, or I put it like in my crotch right here. I always lose it. I'm always sitting on it. It always goes down right into my asshole. No matter what, I'm always sitting on shit, putting my asshole on things. Um, but that's just fact of life sometimes. And it's fact of life that we're going to do our music recommendations right now after I think of one.
What happened?
My music recommendation. I had to think one for a second. I can't remember the name of the song, but it's a Frank Zappa song from his Mothers of Invention days,
Oh,
and
nice.
it's some song that's basically about it's about not caring about superficial things, like about your body and like making fun of people. Like basically, it's like one of the lines is I forget. It's like who cares if you're like tall or short or lean or skinny or fat. It's like we know that hair ain't really where it's at. It's basically just a song about like, hey, treat people nice. No matter, and it doesn't matter. And the chorus of the song is something like eventually there'll be a day where you can even get naked while you dance. So you can do whatever, you can dance naked if you want, because no one's gonna judge you or make fun of you because of the way your body looks, your hair looks, your face looks. Because we're all just people. That's one of the main things about Frank Zappa in general. He was a really good voice for the people, and that's a lot of his songs hold meaning, especially what we're dealing with today. He was also really outspoken politically. He'd be on a lot of like talk shows and shit, talking about not only the politics of music, but the politics of America in general, and capitalism, and just how the big forces do things. He was just a real good voice for the people, and treating people fairly. And, he did that via satire and song, especially with via this song, which the image of the album it was on is present here, and the title of the song has also been present here since I can remember the same name of the song. It's pretty good. We'll listen to it after this. It's one of his. It's like I said, it's the Mothers of Invention songs. So it's not too long. I think a lot of those albums are like songs like 2 minutes, like two and a half.
It's pretty good.
Not long. It's interesting vocals and like musical arrangement. But that's Frank Zappa for you, baby.
My musical recommendation is since we're talking about feelings and emotions, towards the end of this podcast, it's I've recommended this band before, but a different song. It's The Strokes
Oh,
off of their album Eyes of the World, and this song is called Razor Blade. Now, then the message behind this song, it's just about provoking the wrong sort of feeling that you didn't want that person to feel because you think your feelings are more important than theirs, but it all really just depends on the situation. It's a beautiful song. It comes around. If you know the Strokes, great alternative rock band. I'd say even beautiful alternative rock band, especially that album. That's their I think that's their third or fourth album, which is also the same album where YOLO, You Only Live Once comes from.
oh,
You know that You Only Live Once, you know that song from theirs, right?
no.
Oh, it's not called YOLO, but it's called You Only Live Once, but
Oh, okay.
YOLO.
Oh wait, no, I don't know.
You ever see you might know the music video. They're in this like room and they're all wearing like white shirts and pants and then like the room just fills with like black water over time slowly.
Maybe I can't remember that. I'm just thinking
Yeah.
of the Lonely Island YOLO,
Yeah,
where it's
not
like,
that YOLO.
yeah, yeah, you want to look out. Where it's like you only live once, so make sure your doors are locked. Don't go out. You got to protect your one life at all costs. It's kind of funny satire version of it, but
It's a good song too.
yeah, but no, that makes sense, because it makes me think of like passive aggressive shit when like someone does some shit, you're like, well, yeah, okay, well, fucking blah 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 blah. It's like you try to make yourself feel dignified and like see what you did to me, but then you're not realizing that makes them feel like shit. It's like, well,
Yeah,
I,
because
I should. They were doing their best and they didn't know. It's like, and I'm being a fucking asshole
they just
about it.
forget something. They're like, I didn't mean that, but
Yeah, it's
because they
like
have so much going on at the
yeah, it's like,
once
well,
too.
I guess we're not gonna have Chardonnay then, Shannon. It's like makes Shannon feel like shit, and you gotta be understanding. Put the empathy. Put yourself in the place of me. Something a lot of people are lacking these days.
A lot of people are lacking these because everyone just a lot of people they just think about themselves, which is
Yep.
fair. I understand it, but be more open hearted.
Themselves or their flawed beliefs. Just like we got to talk about religion, politics, and Reddit at least once in this podcast. So
Okay.
I saw a post on Reddit earlier today.
Well, what? Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
It was
This should be a topic in our pocket. Nick's Reddit
yeah,
post.
it was a ridiculous straw man argument, which a lot of people, religious people, like to do, and it was about morality. Here's one of my favorite things they say. It's like morality comes from God and from Catholic and from religion. Like, oh, well, if God and religion doesn't exist, then morals don't exist because without God and whatever, there's no reason to not kill each other because God said, thou shalt not kill. If God didn't say that, then people would just be killing each other. See, atheists, they just don't care because they think you're all going to die anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Bad way to look at it.
It's like, yeah, that's not what atheists think. That's what sociopathic nihilists think, and that's not the same thing. Because in their flawed belief, it's like, oh well, God said don't kill people, so we shouldn't do it. It's like, no, people have inherent value in their own lives because people have their own dreams and aspirations and want to make something of themselves, and that in and of itself makes them worthy of life. Also, because they're just a person, it's not people just don't randomly kill each other unless they're fucking psychopaths. So that's a flawed argument right off the bat.
Bad argument. There's no support behind it.
Yeah, it's those kind of arguments are also fun because it makes you feel like it's like, oh,
but you read the comments, you're like,
or it's like if I was in the argument, I'd be like, okay, well, I have a magical shield that blocks all damage. So if we want to play fucking make them up the playground games, like, oh well, God said if there's you would just kill everyone. It's like, well, that's fucking retarded. So I'll reply with an equally retarded, nonsensical statement that means nothing because that's what you're not basing your arguments or thoughts in fact or reality.
Where can I get that shield?
Here, there we go. Now you have it. Oh,
whoa.
Yeah, it makes you feel some type of way. It makes you feel angry and frustrated that these people fucking exist and just can't they can't use common sense or just so brainwashed by whatever in their life has made them awful.
It's a scary thing you think about too. Like when it comes to people who have that kind of mindset. Also, where people there's a lot of people in this world who just don't know how to function as people. Like my brother would tell me when he was in the Marines and he was in boot camp and stuff. And I've heard similar people who were in like that kind of thing talk about it too. But there's people who go to those things who don't even know how to wipe their own ass. But they're like 18, 17, 19. Hey, they just don't know how to wipe their own ass. Like you would think, like at that point, like but like,
or maybe it's not. Maybe it's just like they're like Melee or like Smash Bros. Players where they just don't shower in general and they just have poor hygiene and self management skills. Maybe that's why they joined the military in general because they think, that's going to give me structure and shit. That's what some people think. They have no like other path in life or just sad. But some people are just dumb. Some people just they just can't function. And some people have kids. And then they're
that's
terrible.
The worst. Yeah, that's the worst part.
There's another thing I was reading about. Some people are like, it's if you have overly religious parents, like, oh, you're going to go to hell. It's like if you do this, you're going to go to hell, and that like makes kids scared. And it's like they're constantly worried about hell. So when they grow up, that's going to be constantly in their mind. Like, oh, if I do this, I'm going to go to hell when I die, and that's not good for their like development because they're constantly worried about what's going to get them sent to the terrible hell suffering place forever. That's kind of not great for kids,
especially the people that try to rub it off on other people too. Like you got to read the book,
and that's a problem too. Because if you have parents like that, your kids either become super fucked up, or they want to get detached from you as soon as possible because you're making their psyche a living hell, or they feed into it and they become just like that, and they get people like evangelical crazy people today, where it's like, oh, you're gonna burn in the fires of hell if you're homosexual.
There was someone, and I'll get real deep too before we end this. There's someone that I work with. At my job right now, and she was something that had come up in the conversation. Like she was a nice lady, and we always say hi and we're talking, and then something came up in the conversation about Sundays in church, and then I remember like I brought it up to her. She had brought it. She was in an accident a while ago, and I was like, well, thank God you're okay. The only thing that happened was your arm. She's like, I know, thank God. I pray to every day. I go to church on Sundays, every Sunday, and then like, oh, sometimes I go to church with my mom on Sunday. She's like, and the minute I said it, she's like, oh, is it it's not a Catholic church, is it? Like the instant response when I said it too, like it's not a Catholic church, is it? I'm like, well, I think she's Catholic, but sometimes my dad, I go like Christian church, and she's like, oh, good, that's great. I'd love to hear that. Remember, Jesus loves you, and then I was just like, I felt really uncomfortable in that moment. I'm like, I gotta fucking
I feel like I would have been like, you know what? It is a Catholic church. Let's see where this goes. What's what if it is a Catholic church?
But like her face, like instantly was just, it's not a Catholic churches, and then
Yeah,
like, ugh, I'm like, I'm never touching that
yeah,
topic with
'cause
that
even
lady
though
again.
it's all the same. It's all the same.
Yeah, it's
It's
all the
it's all
same.
the and people say, "Oh, it's not," but it's basically the
Well,
fucking
there
same.
is a difference, you know. The Christians don't molest children.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I think they do actually. I think they do. So I think you definitely find some pedophiles in the Christian church community as well, because that's big family oriented. They got choir boys as well. It's not just the Catholics.
You know what? You're right. Be more open minded,
Be more
guys.
minded. Don't fuck kids. Don't hate
Unless
people.
you get away with it,
Yeah, don't hate people unless they're actual murders and rapists. Not
hate
like
them.
yeah. But also don't believe that any Mexican you see in the streets is a rapist murdering cartel drug member, because that's fucking retarded.
Because most of the time you see a Mexican guy in the street, they're probably just working.
They're
They're
probably
just
just
working.
they're probably just a person who just wants to support themselves and their family. They just want to have a halfway decent life, and they didn't want to spend 10 to 20 years waiting for America to be like, yeah, sure, okay, when they probably wouldn't.
It's a sad reality we
Yeah,
live in.
maybe if the immigration we need immigration reform. Maybe if immigration was a bit better, we'd have a better overall thing going on. But what do I know?
What do we know? We're just two dudes who hang out and play video games and talk behind microphones. What do we know?
What do we know? The only thing I do know is that I need more coffee.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Please leave a comment about anything, really. How do I look in this outfit? Comment that below.
Like Patrick Swayze from Roadhouse.